just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Welcome to Everything Sparkle. I'm glad to have you guys all here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there's a lot. Can we go in around and say your name and what you do and a little bit about the company?
Sure.
Okay.
Starting with me,
We'll start with you. I'm sorry. I gave you the look.
My name's Elizabeth. I work at London Properties, in fact, in the Madeira office. But we can travel within our 10 offices within the Central Valley.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, we do have 10 offices, which is the biggest reason why I chose London in the first place. Because if I have a deal in Oakhurst, I go to Oakhurst. And Fresno, well, they have the best iced coffee. I go there for many reasons.
Wait, where's the best iced coffee?
We have a lady who runs a little coffee shop in our Fresno office.
Wow.
She doesn't charge, so I might sneak over there a couple times.
Hey, that's an incentive.
It really is. So, better deals in Fresno, better coffee in Fresno. So, I might be in Fresno.
Wow, that's really cool. 10 properties.
Oh, 10 offices.
10 offices.
Yeah.
No, you have a lot of properties.
I wish. 10 offices. Yeah. But as a realtor, we wear a lot of hats. We have to. Sometimes I'm fixing somebody's credit before I'm able to do anything. So a lot of the times everything's out of faith and hope before they're actually a client sometimes, and then we get some transactions done.
That's awesome. What about you?
So my name is Maynor Escobar. I work as a mortgage loan officer for Western Pioneer Financial. You guys can read here. I've been doing it for about 3 years. I help personnel get finance for either residential property, businesses, agriculture, or commercial usage. So, if you're ever trying to get qualified or trying to take advantage of like interest rates or trying to make an investment, how to be like an individual you'd be calling to like ask, hey, can I qualify for this, and what do I need to do to get there? So that's my position. I help out the realtors give finance, so then the person who are willing to buy or invest go back to them to complete the process.
That's awesome. Well, they can't do it without you, pretty much. You're like that step they have to go through.
No, I'm one of the steps, but she's the other step. And no matter what, everybody has a position or has a game.
All the moving parts.
Yes.
Awesome. What about you guys?
That's really nice. So I'm a financial professional. I help families with their finances. We help individuals, business owners to grow and protect their money. So we do different things. Basically everything that falls into financial services. We focus in investments, retirement plans, life insurance, trust, wills. So we do all kinds of stuff. But the best part is that we can help anyone.
Yeah, so what else you guys do? You said wills, you do it with all that. And
Yes, we do wills, we do trust. We help people with their finances. We help them, individuals and business owners grow and protect their money. So I focus on a lot of investments. I actually we have a TikTok account.
Yes.
Oh, nice, really?
Yes.
Wow, you guys have really advanced to everybody. So now the young people are watching you guys, and awesome.
Yes. So she actually, we work in the same office here in Fresno. We also have an office in Madeira. And the best part is that we're helping people in all 50 states of the United States.
Wow. Okay, so if somebody that's in one of the properties here wants to move across the states, you can be like, we'll hook you up with those, the properties out there.
Yes, actually, we do more the finances side. But yes, we're actually helping people in Connecticut, New Jersey, and
wow, that's really cool.
Arizona and everywhere in all 50 states.
So you guys seem a little on the young side. How long have you been doing that? And do people say that? Is that ever a problem or not really?
Not really, no more. I think once you learn your stuff, you know what to do, and you feel confident about what you do.
And you've helped a lot of people.
Yes.
So you're like, hey, I've helped this person. So
I've been doing it for 2 years. And as long as you know what you do, or you have to know, and as long as you want to help people, you should be fine. That shouldn't be a fact or a problem for most people.
That's awesome. So what's your role? Are you guys like together?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. By the way, my name is Jovanna. So we are financial professionals as well. And basically what she was telling you guys, we basically do the same thing. And the thing that I love about the business is that we help a lot of families. And, families out there, they need us. And that's the thing that I love about the business. Because, I feel like most people, they never receive that financial education. So that's what we always helping those people.
That's awesome. Well, that's really cool. So then you guys are all the moving parts, how it works. So when someone goes in and walks in the office, what's the very first step?
Ooh. That's difficult.
Who do they meet with first? Or like,
Well,
if they're
honestly-
just interested in getting a property.
A lot of people don't. A lot of people think we do everything, but actually, there's so many moving parts behind us. Like we really can't do anything until we have his help to say, "Hey, this is what they're approved for." We can't really do anything. We could show you $1 million house, but at the end of the day, if you're only approved for 350, well, shoot, that's a big
So
problem.
you do that, so it's like you don't really waste your time showing them properties they
No.
can't afford. That's really cool. I mean, that's good for you guys as well.
Well, I mean, we have to help each other in the same business, right? We all help each other out, right? She's the one that shows the property. We're the one that finances. And if we have financial issues, we go to the financial services, be like, hey, can we have some type of leverage? So again, all big pieces. We all need each other, but the same way we all have to like somewhat collaborate with each other, work even in the community.
How can you clean up somebody's credit to make them get a house?
Whew, that's tough. I think you know a little bit more about that.
I
So
do
I.
actually, yeah, like collections. I mean, you could either pay them or there's always a loophole. And honestly, I'm all about loopholes, especially if you don't have to pay it and it doesn't show up on your credit card anymore or on your credit report anymore.
You can get things to be removed.
I can actually, and once I learned how to do it, I was like, "Oh, another loophole."
I love that. Wow, that's really cool. So can we come to you before like we're even ready to buy, or is that do you not want to really waste your time if someone doesn't want to buy yet? What if someone's like, I want to buy in a year from now, but I want to take the steps there so I'm ready, so my credit's good. Is that okay? Or
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, that sets you apart from any other realtor. What you can do, what they can do, and what I know how to fix your credit. And if you take the chance with me, I'll give you the opportunity to fix your credit and help you out. Because there's a lot of things that go into it. I can make you the letters that you need to send out. At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to send them, because it is not just sending them, just sending them with the little card. No, you have to send them a certain way, and they have to be signed for to that way they're acknowledged that somebody was on the other side and they did pick it up.
so it's as much as like us, the buyers, who want to work. Too.
Right.
Like you tell us what to do, but if we don't do exactly what you tell us, then we're just
Well, I'll definitely help you out, but there has to be desire there too. I don't plan on doing all the work. I do plan on definitely helping you get there, guiding you there. But doing all the work, no, there has to be two to tango, in other words.
and you tell them exactly like these are the steps, this is what's going on. What's the longest you've ever seen someone be able to get a house? Like when they come to you and their credit's really bad, but then you've actually at the end of the day did sell them. What's the longest span?
Ooh, I'd say for me it'd be about a year was like the longest for
That's
helping
not
someone.
bad.
It's not bad, but I mean, you give it. A lot of people are not patient. I'm not a patient person, but when I want to make a move or I want to start making my opportunity, and to be told I can right now, it's kind of a downfall. But at least someone knows, hey, I know the steps to get you there, and we will get you there sooner or later.
Well, that's good that you're patient too to wait with them.
Yeah. Well, you got it nowadays.
Are there some people you guys have to reject because they don't have it and you're just like there's nothing you can do, you can't get a house?
Yes, actually, it's not a house. We do life insurance, a lot of life insurance. So, some of our investment plans include life insurance. So people have to qualify to medical exam. They need to be healthy. So actually, we have a lot of clients that are
So you're the insurance side of all that. So okay,
Yes,
so they
yes.
have to be
So
okay.
They need to go through a process. So yeah, we have a lot of people that can qualify, and it's very sad. But the good thing about our company is that we work with like different companies. So we have over 75 companies. So we get to pick. So when one of these companies doesn't qualify one of our clients, we go to the next one and we look like for the best option. the
So
best
most
next option.
likely when you go down that far, somebody somewhere will be like,
Yes, most likely, most of the time. There are some cases that are very delicate, so we can't do anything about it. But most of the times, we're able to insure people, protect them,
Yes.
or offer them something.
and so why do they have to be insured necessarily when they're trying to get a house?
Well, you don't have to be insured, but being insured gives you more leverage. Meaning, hey, let's say I want to buy a house, but I barely have $100 in my pocket. But I do have a life insurance, 401k, or something of a savings plan that will like keep me afloat if I ever needed to touch it. Well, now if you talk to a mortgage loan officer or a lender or broker, they're kind of like, hey, that's kind of leverage now, because now you can put that as an asset portion and be like, hey, look, he does have enough to put down payment, pay for the closing, and then kind of get him financed. But again, that's what I'm saying. We all help each other out, from the realtor, from the lender, even financial services. We can all help each other out. It's just depending. Are we going to help each other? Do I know them enough to send them the client my way and then send it back? Be like, hey, look, I need your help to help me so we can both help each other out.
And I take it you guys get along.
Yes, and actually, I love that
Yeah.
you mentioned that because we actually network with a lot of real estate agents, and the reason is because I'm not a real estate agent. I don't have a license for real estate, so I get a lot of clients that want to buy a house. So I get to refer them to someone else that can help them out. And actually, I love it because real estate agents, they sell the dream, the American dream, and we basically help protect it.
I like that. No, that makes a lot of sense, and I love seeing. I've never had to where I've gone this in depth where you see all the moving parts behind, but it does seem so daunting to get a house, you know. So it's like it's really good that you kind of have a team of people that are there to support you.
And I wish this was all the moving parts, but there's just so many. There's escrow, there's title, there's just so many things that go into
Are
it.
they all at the? They're not. Are they all at your offices, or you have to refer to different companies at that point?
Like title is out of office.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
AMC's at office, and they're their appraisal, so the person that will like inspect your house. Those are usually the ones that we're all talking about nowadays, just because it's the biggest delay. But yes.
Man, so sometimes you guys have done everything on your end, and there's somebody out there that crushes the dreams or delays them.
Crushes it, charges it, delays it. What do you want to call it?
Oh my!
Like if there's something that needs to be fixed, well then half the time it has to be fixed before it's sold. So we're waiting on contractors. We're waiting on a lot of bits and pieces.
And then what situation does that put you in with your clients?
I think at the end of the day, if we keep communication with our clients, that's what they want to hear. They want to see some type of update, some type of
and that's really important.
communication. Because if it's all in the air, well then shoot, I don't know what's going on from left to right. And at least if I'm trusting somebody to sell my house or with my financials, best believe I want to be updated on that information.
So you give them all of those scenarios when they come in. You're like, okay, well, we're going to do all this and this, but it's going to have to go through this channel, through this channel, through this channel. If there's anything broke or fixed, it's going to take more time. You tell them all of that so they don't really get surprised too much.
We do, but there's also, I do try to do it. I guide them along the way. So it doesn't feel overwhelming. All
Exactly.
At the
They don't
beginning.
feel like you betrayed them in some way at the end when you've gone that far.
Yeah.
Right. So why did you guys all get into this in the first place?
Ooh, a job? I think I needed a job, or else it wouldn't work out for me. But I think I got into this position because of real estate. Actually, I wasn't licensed as a real estate agent, but I joined lending because I had a lot of realtors, but no one that was a finance guy. So that's why I became a mortgage loan officer. Not licensed as a realtor, but deal with lending.
Did you think there were too many realtors going on? Like you could just be better in this, suited in this?
I think they're better. No offense, you're a lot
No,
better at selling than I am. I'm better at kind of fixing the problem and then selling, and giving the solution back and be like, hey, look, your person is ready to go sell in the house, go do your portion, because that's a little important. Make sure your finances is in order before you go to any one of us, because it's a setup. It's what you're gonna have to fix before you even get there.
And are you good with numbers? Was that one of your things?
Yeah.
So why did you guys get into your positions?
Okay, so I never thought I was gonna get into financial services or anything like this. I come from Mexico, and my whole family comes from Mexico, and my mom made a lot of sacrifices to come over here and give me and my siblings a better life. So I always thought I wanted to do something big with my life. So since I was little, they told me, if you want to do something, if you want to be someone in life, you need to go to college. So I started going to college for medicine, and there was a point in my life where I didn't know if I wanted to do that anymore.
Wow, you went from medicine to this?
Medicine. And I was introduced to this career, to this business, and at the beginning I was like, I need a job, so I'm just gonna try it out. But once I started doing it and I saw what we do for people, how we're helping families, honestly, I just fell in love with it. So I've been doing it since then. And this is a career just like any other one. So I noticed that I can actually reach the same goals and dreams that I had back in medicine, in college, in this career.
Well, that's cool because you could help a lot of people that come from Mexico that think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to own a home or do this or that. And you've got to give them that hope. Do you get a lot of those stories back at you?
Yes, actually we have a lot of Latinos. We're focusing on the Latino market just because I feel like nobody's really talking to our people. So we're talking to a lot of people.
They don't know what's an option for them. They don't even know they can get a home. I love that. I love that you're going out and reaching and saying, hey, this is possible.
Yes, mostly because most people coming from a different country are or trying to reach the American dream. But if they don't know how to manage their money, they're never going to get there.
Exactly.
So I think it is amazing to be able to help so many people, and mostly our community, our people.
And there's so much to learn, so it's really good that you're there to like educate them, like you said, guide them, and say, hey, you know, anything's possible. You have to do this.
Yes.
That's awesome. What about you? Why'd you get into this?
So for me, I have like a similar story. So yeah, I never thought I was gonna be a financial professional, but same thing. So I was born here in California, but I was raised in Mexico, and you know, like coming from Mexico, a lot of people they don't have a lot of opportunities. And same thing, I saw because my parents they did a lot of sacrifices for me in order to be here in California, and you know, just to get the American dream. So I just remember like every time they were doing so many sacrifices for me, and I was like, you know what? I really have to do something better with my life because I want to be able to help myself and help my parents as well. And, you know, since I was little, they told me the same thing. Hey, Jovanna, if you want to have a better life, you have to go to college. That's the only way. And I was like, if I want to be able to, you know, have a different life, I'm going to go to college. And pretty much the same thing. So for me, when I was little, I always wanted to be a scientist because I was like, you know what, I'm going to be the first scientist in my family. And what's going to be the major that is going to get me into that? And I was like, environmental science, because an environmental science is related to, you know, the environment, being a scientist. So yeah, I was doing that for like 2 years. And pretty much the same thing. I was at a point in my life that I didn't know what I wanted to do because the major that I was going in, I didn't really like it at all. And the job opportunities, it was a limit for that here in California. And I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this. And then after that, Sandra was the one who introduced me to the business. And after when she introduced me, I saw what we do for people. Like I saw the vision of the business, and I was like, you know what, this is where I belong. Because this business is gonna help me to, you know, to help my son and help my parents too. Because I want to give them a better life, and I want to help myself too. So I always told Sandra that I'm really grateful that she introduced me to this amazing opportunity.
That is so neat.
That's so nice. Yeah.
So do you guys help people when they come in to like even want a job with you guys? Because it seems like you guys are it would be so much fun to work with you guys on the daily. I know it's a lot of work, but there's something that'd be really fun to know that if you're struggling, you can go to one of you guys and like ask
and we
questions.
help each other a lot. And you know what? I know her since high school. I was the freshman and she was the sophomore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, since high school. And yes, we also help people. A lot of people are looking for a better opportunity or just to make some extra money. That's how I started. Because when I was first introduced to the business, I was actually going to college and I had 2 jobs. So I remember I told the broker, hey, like I see the vision and I love it, but I can fit in my schedule right now. So he told me, hey, don't worry, just put people in front of me and I'm gonna get you paid. We're gonna get you paid. So that's what I did for about 8 months, and that's when I decided.
So you were doing the 2 jobs and school. So at what point did you let the other jobs go?
No, actually, I couldn't. I had my dad in the hospital. I was helping my parents, so I remember they told me, just refer people to us and we're gonna get you paid. So that's what I started doing. I got my license.
Wow, so you were like recruiting. People. They were giving you money before you could even officially work for them?
Yes. So I was just referring people, putting people in front of the broker. And they were getting me paid. And then I quit one of my jobs. I was working selling phones, Metro by T-Mobile, and I kept the one at college. But when I decided to take a break from college, I wasn't employed. So that's when I decided to actually go and try the career like full-time, part-time.
So you did have to kind of drop out of school.
So when I started trying it out, honestly, I just fell in love with it.
Wow, so I bet you love this way more than selling cell phones, right?
Yes, a lot more.
Yeah, and I really like doing that because, you know, like we get to talk to a lot of people. And personally, I like doing that because we offer the same opportunity to those that don't know about it. So that's what I like about talking to people because we offer the same opportunity. And, I mean, you will never know when you can change a person's life. So I think that's really important.
That's really great. Well, I love that fact when you said that you're putting people in front of them. Now I get it, that you were just like really helping referral. That's a great company that you guys did that.
Yep.
Have you guys ever given a job to someone that came in and said, hey, I want to get a house, and they didn't have everything? Do you guys,
You want to go first?
Do they ever have everything? I don't think they ever have everything. I think that's like the golden star. Yeah. And I think those are...
Something's always missing.
Yeah, there's always something missing.
Right.
But, you know, that's the whole part. That's our job. That's the, you know, we're here to help you with...
So you've never employed somebody looking for a house? Not yet.
Not yet, no.
I've had one person ask, like, how do you get in that position? And I've kind of directed them. They haven't joined the company yet, but if they do, I'll let you know. Yeah. I am always, you know, if you are looking for a position, you know, I know a lot of our positions are available. You just have to get licensed.
That's the kind of thing I would say if I was going. They said you don't have this. I'd be like, okay, well, can you give me a job?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people start as assistants and then they actually do it.
It's true.
I know I started, actually, I thought I wanted to be an RN, and then I was assistant, and I was like, oh no, this is not what I want to
What's
do.
with all these medical jobs to going into real estate? That's interesting.
Because school teaches you government jobs, they teach you medicine, they teach you jobs that are, 9 to 5. You're always, no offense, but you're always on the clock, and you're always that person that's there at work, and honestly, you never have enough time for yourself. And that's something I love about this job because I get bored easily. I love that I work with new people. I love that I'm always networking. And I love that I'm always outside if possible because that's where I love to be. And
You don't have to sit behind a desk all day.
all
right?
day, no, that's
But
what's
wait,
so
you
awesome.
do.
I do. But I like my desk. I like
and
my
you
desk.
like that. So
Yeah.
that's why you guys said we all have the moving parts.
It really is. As long as you got a Wi-Fi, you can send documents from everywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
Okay, so where do we get a hold of you? And then who should we get a hold of first for what?
I guess it depends on what you're looking for.
Right.
So if someone just wants to kind of get a house and they want to see what you got, what they need to do, they're watching right now, who do they go to?
I would say me first or to them as well. They would come to us for ideas of, hey, what can I do to get to where I need to be? And then once they're in a better position, we send it back to her and we get into the last part.
So they can get a hold of any of you, really?
No, because again, it's just can you afford it? That's it. Can you take on the financial liability and can you take on the new debt that you didn't purchase?
Well, awesome. So what's should they email you? Sure, social media. What's the deal?
We can email, text, call, social media.
Call. Wow, you're gonna give us your phone number?
Yeah, actually, it's on there. I've had the same number since 8th grade, so there's no way of losing it.
Wow. Oh my. OMG.
Wow.
I know, and hopefully I still look not too far from there. So
Awesome. So we'll put it up on the socials, all of your guys' information, and then they'll get a hold of you. Thank you guys so much for coming on my show. This is awesome, and you guys really educated me on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us as well. I do really appreciate
It
it.
was
really
awesome.
cool experience.
Thank you, Sparkle.
Thanks. Thanks for coming on Everything Sparkle. I'm so happy you're here today.
Thank you.
That's my favorite color, blue, by the way.
Oh, thanks, girl. Thank you.
I can you not tell blue is my favorite color? Yeah, I mean.
Actually, yeah, I can.
So this is cool. I'm really glad I met you because I've actually been thinking lately about trying new products. And you asked me, like, do you have products? I'm like, I've been thinking of trying some stuff. So what's that? So tell me what you brought. What goodies?
Yeah. So first of all, I've been associated with this company. I partnered with this company 16 years ago. And when I first heard about it, I was a nurse, a new nurse at Community downtown.
A new nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, brand new. And I was pregnant with my son, who's now 16. And I remember stumbling upon this company thinking, what in the heck is all this stuff? And I was always very skeptical. I didn't really know what the heck was going on with the whole thing, but I was intrigued because I had another friend who was doing it. And this came out way later. Once I got involved with the company, they developed a whole 30 Days to Healthy Living program. And I had built a business with the company and it was going really well. And then my team started doing this and I wasn't doing it. And they were all super successful. And I would see them at events and I'd be like, what is going on with you? You look amazing. How are you losing this weight? And they'd
How'd
be
you
like,
know them? Did they work at Community?
well, they're
too?
on my team.
So they were all, okay.
So I would meet them. I knew them or I'd meet them through events through the company, like through like people would host things and then I would meet them there. Like
Nice,
people through
okay.
people, you network.
Right.
And so they were like super successful, loving the program. And I felt bad because I was their leader and I wasn't doing it. And so I was like,
Really?
yes, I was like, all right, I got to try this.
How did
So-
you become the leader that wasn't doing it?
because I did skincare. I focused on all the skincare and the makeup and all that.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, because the company has so many other things and they were like loving the 30-day program. So I did it for the first time. I fell completely in love. I had spent so much money and so much time trying to out-exercise a bad diet and it was not working.
I think everybody has tried that stuff in life. Unless they absolutely hate exercise, I think everyone's
Right?
been there.
You try to work it off and then you eat bad and you think it'll all be okay if I work out and it doesn't work out.
That's a great way of putting it. I try to
Yeah, you
out-exercise a bad
you
diet.
cannot do that.
I'm going to use that with the people from
Yes,
now on.
you can't. It's impossible. So, I mean, I know some people that work out like crazy, like Ironman, triathlon, and they're
Right.
overweight, right? And it's diet, So anyways, I started this program and I heard when it started, you got to go gluten-free, you got to go dairy-free, you can't do any GMOs, no artificial colors or sweeteners, all the things that we know we're not supposed to do. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, but I love bread and I love pasta and I love gluten. Like I love dairy, I love all of it. And I just didn't know how I was going to make it happen. And then when I really discovered how to make this work, 2 of my 3 meals are this. So I only have
Oh.
to worry about prepping 1 meal a day. So I prep 1 meal a day. It's all cookie cutter, like you literally print out recipes for 4 weeks. And
Okay.
then you do meal replacement shakes. And you can choose chocolate or vanilla. We have a coffee flavored protein. I mean, it's 20 grams of vegan protein per serving. And I love that it's vegan because whey for me is from dairy and it can cause some inflammation for me, and some other people it can do the same. So I love that this is a pea protein and that it's clean. And I also love that there's no soy in it because I don't want any hormone changes from that. So I love that. And then the fizz sticks are a fave for a lot of people. It's a good little drink that you just put in your pocket or in your purse. You just add it to a bottle of water once or twice a day. And it's a great, get rid of the soda habit, get rid of the Pepsi habit, get rid of the Starbucks habit, get rid of the sugary drink.
So it
stop
gives
off
you like
somewhere.
some caffeine without caffeine, or what
It's
is it?
55 milligrams. So it's not like hundreds, like some of those things you order in the drive-through, right? But it's no artificial colors, no artificial sweeteners. It's like 20 calories, maybe 25, depending on the flavor.
Okay.
And it's got turmeric and ginseng and really good ingredients that are all, botanically based. So that's a great, I've had so many clients kick the Dr. Pepper habit because they do a fizz stick instead, and they're super happy with it. And then the greens, it's like 36 different fruits and veggies in a powder. I don't know about you, but I eat squash, zucchini, carrots. It's like the same salad. It's like the same veggies over and over and over. And I love that this was a variety of veggies in a powder. It made it super easy. And first thing in the morning in my shake, I already have a serving of veggies down,
Yeah.
So I like the simplicity of it a lot. And
So you're supposed to replace real meals with artificial meals?
well,
Is that part of the program?
you replace your breakfast because a lot of people will eat carbs for breakfast, right? Toast, cereal, whatever. Not everybody eats eggs, pancakes, waffles, And so I love that it's protein first thing in the morning and it's easy. Because when I leave the house, I don't eat breakfast. I never have because I'm busy. So I love that I can just mix it with some almond milk, shake it up, drink it in my car. It's easy, but I get something in,
Right.
And it's protein. So I like that. And then it teaches people how to cook because when we teach people how to cook,
Oh, that's good. Okay, so for the meals at dinner time, then you teach people how to make the
yes,
Okay,
we give
perfect.
them meals. So no dairy, no gluten, no soy, but we give you meals on how to cook. So we're still making pasta, but maybe it's brown rice pasta instead of a gluten-filled pasta.
And what about some meats? Is it a pure vegan diet?
No,
or-
it's meat.
So you get to have just the vegan-based protein, but then you
Yeah.
actually have meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have vegan meals because there's a lot of people who are vegan, but then we also have meals where you cook just good meats that aren't hormone infused,
Okay.
grass-fed beef, things that aren't hormone infused. So we try to teach people how to just switch little things. Like instead of white potatoes, you have sweet potatoes. Instead of white rice, you have brown rice. Actually, we give people this little card. And it says right here, include these things, eliminate these things, right?
Okay.
And so it's a cool little cheat sheet. So, whenever I was told before by people, here's what you do, I would be told, eliminate this, eliminate that, eliminate this, eliminate that. And then I would freak out thinking, what in the heck can I eat? I don't even know what to do. But I like how we have a replacement for it. Like, okay,
Right.
instead
Oh,
of,
I love apple cider vinegar.
right?
That's so awesome.
Instead of cow's milk, have almond milk. Instead of, gluten-filled pasta, have brown rice pasta, things like that. So I love that it keeps it simple. And I literally, the first time I did the program, kept that card in my purse at all times. So that whenever I would go somewhere,
You just kind of remember like what
yeah, I would look at it. I'd be like, okay, here's some ideas on what I can do. And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, do you remember the food pyramid? And they'd tell you, you need this much carbs.
Oh, yeah, of
you
course.
need 8 to 12 servings of carbs. You need this much this, you need this much that. Well, I think on this, the main thing is you need veggies mostly, right? And then this much protein and then this much fruit, but something that's nutritional, not carbs that are often empty, or not nutritionally sound. They don't always have the nutritional value that something else might have.
Right. Well, I like that you guys do have like eating real foods and then to replace it with that if you want to.
Yeah.
It's like a choice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, when did you start getting on the program?
So the first time I did the 30-day was probably 3 years ago.
Okay. So it's every time someone starts, it's 30 days, right?
Yeah, of course, January is a big month. We have a lot of people on the program right now.
That's why I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone wants to get healthy.
I think my team, we probably have like 300 people on the program right now.
Nice.
And
That's
we have
really
like
cool.
little chat groups and everybody has accountability and it's fun because you see what everybody else is doing. But we all weighed in on Saturday and it was so cool to see everybody's like, oh my gosh, I lost.
That's
whatever.
really awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
That's
fun.
gotta feel great. So it's just 30 days and then after the 30 days.
So then after the 30 days, they've now learned how to cook one meal a day, which keeps it simple, right? Because if you tell somebody you have to cook 3 meals this way, they're overwhelmed.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if you say, okay, 2 meals are covered, let's just focus on one.
I
Okay,
agree.
now after the 30 days, you're going to reintroduce some of these things into your diet and you're going to see how you feel. And if you reintroduce gluten and you feel bad, you know now that gluten is a trigger for you, or maybe dairy, or maybe something else.
That's really cool because a lot of people don't know. This is a way to eliminate things without eliminating everything.
Right. And then they reintroduce it, but it's like the 80-20 rule, right? And a lot of times people are overwhelmed after the program. They're like, but I like all this. Like, I'm used to it now. So I tell people, okay, do 1 shake a day. Like, do your breakfast shake and then make your meals for lunch and dinner and make them the way we taught you to make things so that now you know how to eat. And then they just kind of incorporate the little 80-20 rule. Of course, they're going to have pizza or birthday cake on birthday or whatever. I mean, we all have to live, right? We all have to enjoy food, but knowing that when you eat it, you might feel different than before. And now you know, oh my gosh, I just got so bloated from that. Like maybe that's what caused me bloating or fatigue or whatever. you know?
Right. Exactly. And then they can still buy the shakes after the program. It's not
Right.
you have to like, it's just 30 days and that's it. You can still just like, oh, I enjoyed that. I'm going to start
Right.
having that as a meal replacement. That's
Yes.
really cool. I love this. I love you guys. So guys have group chats. So how do you sign up for all this?
You basically just connect with your consultant.
Which would
I'm a
be you.
consultant. Or there's lots of consultants in town, but
Well,
yeah.
everyone's watching you right now.
I
so.
know they. I mean, I love the community of Arbonne in general, but yes, I'm a consultant. I'm an independent consultant, and I'm a national vice president. And I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram, and all the things. So it's Kim Ford VP on Instagram, and then on Facebook it's Kim Vlaminck Ford, and it's my maiden name, so it's kind of hard to find, but it's VLAMINCK, and then my married name Ford. So
Nice. Well, so you're a nurse, so tell us about that because you started at the same time. Did you learn a lot of things like when they showed you why these things were bad, why these things were good and doing all this?
Right.
Did you start to like, okay, and tell your clients and tell people why this was one of the good routes to go being
Right.
a nurse?
well, I just know cardiac disease is huge, obesity is huge.
Yeah, you're seeing the flip side of
Diabetes is huge. I mean, that's a lot of the bulk of the patients that are coming in have comorbidities. And it can be, I mean, if you control your diet and you control your lifestyle, a lot can change in your health, but people just get so overwhelmed. They don't know how to do it on their own and they just don't know where to start. So I think something like this is a good kickstart. I love on this program, we teach people to do low glycemic fruits instead of high glycemic fruits because
Oh, that's
people
awesome.
think, oh, fruit's fruit. No, it's not. It's not the same. Watermelon and oranges are not the same as berries. You know, it's
Very
very
much
different.
not.
It's very different. Green apples are different than red apples. Like, it's just different. And people don't really think about it. They just think, you know, oh, it's fruit, it's fine. And fruit typically is fine. But if you're trying to make changes, it's good to go with the low
Well, same with
glycemic.
vegetables. You can just always say potato's a vegetable.
Yeah, or corn, right? Like, a lot of people think that's fine, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So little things like that, just little tweaks. And then once they get used to eating that way, then now they have a habit, you know?
So do you kind of bring that up? I mean, basically, what nobody wants to say, everyone in the medical field, we all admit, like about the food is basically the root of a lot of problems
Yeah.
for everybody, for
Yeah.
every like thing that you have, like
Yeah.
you said, the inflammation. So even if you have a pre-existing, condition or disease, there's food you eat that exacerbates that problem.
Yeah.
And it's a very hard thing to like tell people or people to sink in because that's kind of taking accountability to know that
Yeah.
eating is like eating right. Do you go over that with your clients and people that
Yes.
come in with the real honest answers to the questions?
Yes. Well, I was always fatigued at 3 or 4 p.m. I wanted a nap every day, right? I was irritable, all the things. And I thought, why are you telling me I'm eating bad? I have a salad with a bread roll. I have a sandwich for lunch.
Yeah.
I have this. And I didn't realize that the piece of cheese or the bread or the whatever was ruining my whole meal. I just thought, well, this is healthy. It's fine. And in general, most of it was healthy. But you take away those few little things that might be triggers for you, the way you feel is different, you know?
I mean, the
For
salad
some
with all the
people.
croutons and the dressing
Yeah.
and the.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I would do. Veggie, Thousand Island, lots of croutons. That's what I would do, sprinkled with cheese. And now I've learned, get rid of the Thousand Island, get rid of the crouton, get rid of the cheese, just have all that, you know? I mean, and it tastes good, you know? I went to Chipotle the other day because I'm on this plan right now. I'm on what's today? 8, I think.
Okay.
And I used to get the salad bowl, right, with lettuce and then rice. And
all
then
that avocado,
yeah. But I would also add cheese and sour cream.
Of course.
And when I'm on this, I can still do the lettuce. I just don't get the rice. And then I get the meat and I get the veggies and I get the pico de gallo and I get the guacamole and I say no to the sour cream and cheese. And now it's a perfectly great meal for me with no dairy. And, you know, it's just the little changes.
And you feel
know?
better.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know it's crazy. But, you know, when I got into nursing, I did it to help people. And that's why everybody becomes a nurse. You want to help people.
Right.
But what happens a lot of times is you help people who don't want to be helped or who repeat
hard.
those problems over and over. And with this, at least I'm helping people who want the help and are ready to like take ownership of it on their own, you know? And I don't know, I just love it. So
It's got to be hard being in your shoes. I mean, it's starting to me, as a trainer, just seeing people again make a lot of dietary bad choices, but they want to do the workouts. And I think with you see a lot of kids that are coming in, and their parents are essentially killing them in the long term.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Oh.
You get fired if you actually.
yeah, you can't say it. But you'll have a 2-year-old with soda in their bottle, and they're still drinking a bottle, and they've got Cheetos, and you're just like, you know. But that's just the way of the world. Convenience.
How do you try to combat that in a way that's legally for you to give a professional opinion without saying all that?
Well, as a nurse, you can educate, right? So you
Right.
can say things like, you know, there's a lot of sugar in that. That's probably why they have some of those cavities in there on those little baby teeth. Or, you know, like you can say things like that. But, you know, it has to come from a place of education, not judgment, right? So
Exactly.
yeah. But I think a lot of life is all about lack of education or the opposite, you know? So empowering people with education is the key, you know?
And I love this because you work with the gyms, gym owners, and you've
Yeah.
gotten a lot of people that are avid exercise people
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about their results. I know we might have some people in
Yeah.
the future on here. Tell me
Yeah.
about how you've helped them.
Well, Nemesis Sports Academy is one of the gyms that carries this program. And I will be honest with you, a lot of gyms are like, wait, no, it's not whey, it's not this. Like, why would I use that?
Oh, I know the bodybuilder mentality.
You know what I mean?
I get it.
They're like, wait, I don't like that. But you get them to do it and they take a before and after photo and they've leaned out so much. They're like, wait a minute. I didn't realize that other thing I was using I was so puffy.
Yeah,
right?
that's and I try to really educate people on proteins because that's where a lot of people get
Yep.
stuck. They assume that, you know.
That, hey, if it's protein, and there's no difference between
Right.
any other brands or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I also think people get caught up in the, oh, it's fat free or oh, it's sugar free. And they're not realizing that
Right. That is a big catch.
artificial sugar, I mean, that's ruining the absorption in your intestines, right? You want to absorb nutrients. You don't want inflammatory markers in your intestines causing you not to be able to absorb because you're eating artificial stuff that's causing that inflammation or leaky gut or whatever, you know?
Right.
So people don't know. They just think, oh, it's sugar free. I'm going to get it. You know, they don't always know why you shouldn't have that and why sometimes the natural sugar is better than the artificial, right?
Exactly.
So
Why in what ways do you think this is better than keto? And I can go on for days about my
gosh.
problems with keto.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on with that, but I think keto is kind of people can get caught in keto in the wrong way where they're eating heavy, greasy, constant fatty foods and sure they're dropping weight, but internally what's happening, you know?
Well, that's one of those things that once you go off it, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But after you get off this, I mean, you're not just gonna like
Yeah.
gain all that weight right away.
Yeah,
It's like
because you've learned to change your
it's
habits.
not one of those things where it's like flipping a switch. So
Yeah, you changed your habits. And I think that's the key. It's like a kickstart. You change your habits, you know? And if 2 shakes a day and a detox tea and some greens and all these things help you so that when you focus on the one meal, you do it right because it's simple, then once you've learned how to do it right and you've got 10, 12, 15 good recipes, you're like, wait, I could do that for lunch or I could do that for, you know, you start to learn how to cook the right way and do things the right way.
and it's a
So,
good just detox too for, you know,
yeah.
people that want to eliminate some things.
Yeah. Well, we all have heard of elimination diets, right? You eliminate something for 30 days and then you reintroduce it and you see how you feel. And right away, you can see what's triggering you. You know, you can see what's causing body changes right away. I remember I did this program. I had such great results and I was so happy, but I missed my pita chips. And so I went to the Costco and I got the pita chips.
Oh God, yeah, you got to get those.
And the hummus. And I just
Can't have one without the
I
other.
just put 5 in a bowl because I didn't want to overdo it. And I had 5 pita chips with hummus. And I felt sick after that. And I thought, wow.
Even with that.
Even with
that
that.
wasn't even like a Big Mac and you
No,
felt bad.
I did.
What a pure diet. Wow.
Right? So I thought, okay, for me,
Interesting.
gluten's a problem. For other people, maybe not. You know, everybody's just different. So
Wow, that had to be
Yeah.
a sad day for you.
I know. I haven't bought pita chips since, actually. I haven't.
Okay, so where can we contact you? Said you're on Facebook, Instagram. Where can we contact you? And then where can people go to look if they want to educate themselves a little bit more before they get started with you? Give
I'll
us the
send them a
info.
link. I'll send
Okay,
them a
so
link.
perfect. So we're gonna follow you on the Instagram and Facebook. You gave us your name, and then we'll put it on display as well. And then so it's called
Arbonne.
Arbonne.
Yes. It's named after a town in Switzerland, if you really wanted to know.
Oh, I love Switzerland,
Yeah.
but I've never been there. But
Yeah.
I've been to other towns.
That's how I found out about this whole thing. Like the skincare and cosmetics were all Swiss formulated and all that. And I was like, oh, it's European guidelines, like way better than
We
America.
didn't even start talking
Yeah.
about the products.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to come back. You're going to bring some of the facial, all of that stuff, but then we'll talk to the other guy that lost the weight on this that owns the gym. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He got his whole gym on it. Everybody loved it. It was good. They did a whole 30-day plan.
I
all of his
love that. It
clients.
really helps when you have a team like that. And
Yeah.
it's good if they get with you because since everyone's watching this, it didn't start January 1st. They
Yeah.
can maybe start February and you can guide them through it.
Yeah, we have a group that started the 3rd. We have another group that starts January 17th, and then another one 2 weeks after that. So we start
Perfect.
one every 2 weeks.
So we have a team to be with. No matter where we start, we have a team that we
Yep.
can have support with. That's awesome. Oh, wait, next time you're going to bring the makeup products, okay?
Okay.
And the guy with so we'll see his progress. So we can see the progress of the people that started January 3rd.
Okay.
And then you're going to bring some makeup for us.
Okay,
I
sounds
love
good.
that. Thank you so much,
You're
Kim.
welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
I have seen a lot of you. I mean, first of all, you've transformed into like half of the man who used to be literally.
Thank you. Thank you. Whew, it was a struggle.
What happened? Tell us about the beginning.
Man, the beginning, well, I mean, depression was one thing.
Were
And
you
then-
fit and then you became like
I wouldn't say I wasn't fit. I was overweight throughout my 20s. And
Well, as a kid too.
as a kid, no.
As a kid, you said when did it start
Yeah.
to like?
Right when I hit like 20, and it just went downhill right there.
Really?
Yeah, like it took a toll on me, my body, mentally, physically. It just everything just took over.
So you got sad, and then
Yeah, I got sad, and I act like I was happy, but deep down I was just like disappointed in myself, knowing that I could have done better, and I just didn't know what to do. So I had no one to talk to. I really had no one to run to.
did obesity kind of like run in your family, or was there like?
No, it didn't really run in the family. I just had an eating disorder, and I just, couldn't really just stop eating, and I kept eating and eating, and didn't really work out as much like I did back in high school. So after high school, I just kind of like fell off.
So what was your biggest?
The biggest. So the biggest I weighed at 335.
Really?
And I started that journey. It's officially 8 years now. And it entering my 8th year, the lowest I got was 208. And then put it on muscle mass, now I weigh at 215.
And that's about where you want to be, right?
My goal weight is to be 185.
Really?
Yeah, to be leaned out.
No, I can't
Yeah.
imagine that. No, I think you're great now. That's why I was like, I didn't even know you wanted
Thank
to go.
you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you.
Okay,
yeah.
so tell us about like, so what did you start doing when you're like, oh my gosh, I'm way too big. This is
Yeah.
unhealthy. I want to get like,
Yeah.
what did you start doing? What was the first step?
So I started training with a trainer back in 2014.
Okay.
And then I was kind of like off and on. Like I was serious, but I would make excuses. And then that's when I started teaching Zumba to use that, as an escape. So, and I grew up like just dancing. And I
How
loved
they
it.
let the fat boy teach Zumba?
Man, I mean, when I was a big dude, man, I could move. I was right on my feet. I was like, don't let the size fool you. I was everywhere.
That's awesome. So you
Yeah.
ended up being good at it. You loved it, and
Mhm.
that forced you to like do it all the time, right?
Yeah, I loved every single minute. Meeting people across those years, instructors, my students, other instructors from different cities. It was just amazing. I was grateful to meet those kind of people, and loved every single minute of it.
And so then eventually you got into the diet, you got into the whole 9 yards. How did that happen?
So during, in 2020, during COVID, I was one of the few that worked out outdoors at Crunch, and then when Iron Office was open arms, I signed up in October, and I was 5 pounds away from, being 300 again. I said, no, I can't allow that. So that moment, I said, all right, time to cut out anything that I used to eat. I had a stricter diet, worked out every day, and just stuck with it. I had to be disciplined. So couldn't make no excuses then. Can't make no excuses now.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
incredible. So how long did it take you to shrink back down? You said October of 2020?
Yeah.
So like a year.
Yeah, a year. I shrunk down. Um, I lost. I would roughly say 100 pounds within in that year, and then till then I was like, okay, I could actually put on some muscle, and then I was like, so this is what it feels like to feel this way. I was looking at being skinny. I was like, wow, this feels so good. I just felt happy. Like I was just
With the more energy and stuff.
yes, I just more energy and just, satisfying, like 2021 was probably like the best year I ever had, like ever.
Wow, that's really cool. And you're like
Yeah.
one of the only people to say that.
I'm a different breed, so I mean everyone's different, everyone has a different drive and different, take on life. So and how I take it is that, you gotta live life and just be happy. Life's too short.
Why did that inspire you? Like 2020, like COVID's happening, and then you're like
Yeah.
October. Like like I said, it's a very tough time for everybody. That's when everyone started getting depressed and putting
Right.
COVID away. What made you think, oh no, I want to go the opposite? And what gave you like the time and like the availability to even do that?
I mean, what made me different is that like I was just ambitious. You know, growing up around my dad, he was like a go-getter. Like he didn't want to wait till he wanted to get his. He didn't want it to like he wanted to take chances.
Right.
I took that chance and I made that risk and I got the results. I just kept my mouth shut. Actions speak louder than words. So and you just gotta go get what's yours and just get it. That's it.
So what's your day job then? I know your night job Zumba.
So my day job, I work at Verizon at a distribution center.
Okay.
I've been there for almost 4 years.
Well, I have Verizon, so.
Hey, I have AT&T, so I know.
Oh my gosh, they must give you so much smack.
All the time.
And how can you can't make the switch, or you won't make this?
I thought about it. But I mean, Verizon's a good, company. Don't get me wrong, but kind of pricey. I mean, AT&T is too. But,
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just torn between like, should I switch? Should I stay?
That is so funny.
So I'm just like, ah.
So that's a lot of dedication when you work all day long to go to the gym. I think that's a big problem for like everybody because it's all about that motivation. I mean, you're working all day. Nobody wants to go to the gym after they work all day. It's just a thing.
Oh man, like there's literally times where I'm just like because the most I've worked was a 14-hour day.
Ooh.
And then in that day, I actually still went to the gym after. What I do is I'll go home and just meditate for a bit, listen to my music and just relax. And then once I know that I have the energy to go, I'm gonna go.
That is good. I'm so glad you're saying that. And I don't think I'm one of those people. I think if I went home, I have to do something when I'm not in the mood, or else if I went home, there was no way my butt would get off the couch to go. So I'm glad that you're saying that. So this is possible.
Thank you. Or just kick your feet up and just watch some TV and be like, hey.
Right. So yeah, it's possible, guys. You can go home for that little pick me up, and then you can go to the gym.
Yep.
So if anyone wants to get a hold of you for some advice, some tips, some motivation, where can we follow you?
All right, so they can look me up on Instagram, Smooth Chocolate 09. That's the only social media platform that I do have, but I plan on creating a Facebook. I don't want to say that yet, but eventually I'm gonna make it for a fitness purpose.
Nice.
So yes.
So everybody follow the man, and now let's do some dance.
Yes. Ooh, all right.
Drew, okay. Tell me when, Drew. Okay. You want me to take the flowers off? We're going to leave the flowers?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know, because it's goofy.
Well, I mean,
Go to the stand where you like you're gonna dance.
I mean for decoration, I mean.
So, like, do what you would be doing if you're gonna show us something.
Oh, okay. So
Like, how far are we going to go out? Go out as far as you want to go out. Like, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're staying in frame pretty much.
Yeah.
So as long as you keep it, and if we go back and forth, not to go too far back and too far forth.
Yeah.
Want me to tell me when you want me to hit this? Oh wait, I'll go back. Hey Drew. Hey Drew. Hey. That's good. Thanks. Now you're dancing.
You know how to salsa, right?
I don't know how to do anything.
You won't learn.
Oh man.
I always get this every time I teach. It's like, oh my gosh. I just want I would never forget. She's like, a black guy knows how to salsa. I'm like, yes. But I grew up around Mexico, so I had no issues. So.
Well, I know how to belly dance. It's our Armenian thing. Like,
I wish I could belly dance.
I haven't done that in a long time, but yeah, it's the Armenian thing. Yeah, that's all I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? I'm so nervous. Come on, Demetrius, what are you gonna teach us?
All right, so pretty much we're gonna do the basic salsa. You know, do a little side steps. We're gonna go here and then go here. Pretty much simple. Here and then go here. Right foot forward, here, left foot back, here, and just keep going. Here and then back to the side. We go boom, boom. Sway the hips. Boom, boom. We want to pick up a little bit. Boom, and here, boom, and boom, and boom, and back. 8, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 8, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 8, 1, 2. 8, back. 8. There we go. Like that. 8, 8, 8. Like that. All right.
So this is what we do oh my God, I gotta ask that. So what are you teaching these again?
So I will be teaching at GB3. Don't know when. Just keep it going.
Shout out to GB3. Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna go side to side?
Up, back, and back.
Oh, we're
Side,
adding stuff? We're gonna go
side.
add back?
Now we're gonna add
Okay,
this.
so
We're
what are we
here.
adding?
So we're gonna add this.
Oh, a back step. Okay.
Back step. Right here. Do 2. Other side. 2 and
Okay,
2.
so we're starting from the beginning, or we're just gonna do this?
So
back
we're
step?
gonna start from the beginning. So we're gonna start
Okay, so
from
we're
here.
back,
Up.
boom, boom.
Here.
Okay, now what are we doing?
Boom.
Boom,
Boom. Into twice. 2 and 2.
Boom.
Other way 2 and
Boom.
2 and 2. Now we're back to
Okay.
this. Back and back forward
forward,
and back.
and forward,
Here.
back,
Boom.
boom,
And boom. There you go.
boom,
Hey.
and back again. I thought we
Oh,
were doing the doubles.
see, you got me confused now.
You said the double.
You got me
Who would have
confused
thought I
now.
knew what to do? For one.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, we mess up
So
half the
it's
time.
back, double, double, back, double, double, right? Okay.
Pretty much, yes. And each routine is just different, you know.
Oh, well, let's do this again before it gets out of my head now. Now it's clear. Okay, so it's like, it's that,
so we're
right,
so we're gonna go right and left.
and forward, and back,
and
and
then
we're gonna go boom,
here.
and again. Oh, so we're
2.
not doing the 2. That's what I thought we were doing 2. Oh,
We're
single
doing
then 2?
Yeah, single then 2.
Okay, so
we'll
let's go
go
back
to
to, we'll go back to the
5,
single.
6, 7, 8,
Boom.
and boom, boom. Now single.
Boom,
Single.
single,
There we go. Now double.
double.
Hey. That's
Awesome. We got that. We
what I'm
nailed
talking
that.
about. That's what I'm talking
So
about.
this is all salsa?
That's all
Okay,
salsa
so what kind
right
of music
there.
do we do to this then?
Pretty much like, of course, Pitbull. Do some. I don't know any other artist because I just kind of Shazams it and just kind of look at the artist. I just go by the beat. If it sounds good, we're gonna make it feel good. And
So what's
dance with it
something
too.
else that's not salsa? What's
Okay,
another-
so
what's the-
something else that's not salsa. So
We could do.
so
So what's
I-
is Zumba considered everything? It's salsa and
salsa, bachata, merengue, reggaeton. But me, I'm dance fitness. That's hip hop. So we're gonna do a little.
oh, let's do some hip hop. It's
So,
awesome.
so we're gonna do a little here, back, side, up, and we'll push down. Boom, back, and we do that twice. So here
Oh,
we go.
cool.
So we go to right arm, left arm, back, side, up, and we go back.
Oh, this is more my speed. I think you're more of a
Yeah.
hip hop person than a
Yes,
salsa person.
and that is I have a routine of that, and that's what Justin Bieber called "Yummy." I'm sure you heard of that song.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
I feel yummy now.
hey. So
Okay, so we're gonna go.
So we're gonna try again. So we go forward. So we go here, boom, boom, back, and side, up, and push down.
I love that. That's my favorite one so far.
Thank you.
What's another hip hop one?
Another hip
I
hop
know. I'm
one.
just like,
So we're gonna do a little. We do clap, bring it low, here, and we're gonna stand right here. We go here, and switch here and here, and we're gonna clap again. Clap, bring it low, bring it high, bring it low, and then we go here. Boom, switch sides, boom, and boom. Just like
I
that.
love that. Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
That was a fun routine too. And
So
that's,
what music does this go to?
that goes to Will Smith Switch.
Nice.
Hey. So yeah.
Right on. Well, thank you so much for coming on and teaching us some stuff. I gotta
Thank
come to
you.
class. So
Yes.
what night?
Yes. I don't have a class yet, but next Saturday I will be teaching at Brizette. Shout out to Briz Fit.
Oh
at,
yeah.
at her studio next Saturday, the 22nd at 9:00 a.m. If you need more details, just hit me on my Instagram, smoothchocolate09.
9 a.m. You're the nighttime guy.
Oh,
I didn't even know you woke up at 9 a.m.
Oh, I mean, I like to wake up and get my day started.
I didn't know that you were like dancing at 9 a.m. That's pretty cool.
So.
Hey, I guess if your butt can get up that early, the rest of us can. We'll see you Saturday at Brisbane.
Yes.
Where you said downtown?
Yes, downtown on Fulton Street, yes.
Okay, well, let's bring our dancing shoes.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on my show.
Thank you.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh I must confess dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't wanna be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend, playing pretend, playing pretend.
It's a mystery.